freedom is on the up, truth is on the rise, and justice will prevail. The crazy train has officially left the building. Hello, my name is Lucy Davis and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am absolutely buzzing today because last evening we launched Soul School 4 and my goodness, did it go off with a bang. We actually had a bit of a reunion with Soul School attendees before we kicked off the actual event. And what that looked like was we did a beautiful, beautiful meditation. And then I shared a little bit about the vision. I showed the last video from Soul School 3, and then I launched Soul School 4. It was amazing. I must say the event went on a lot longer than anticipated, but my goodness, did we all enjoy ourselves. Let me know in the comments of this if you watched that video and if you were like, it was amazing, because the feedback that we had straight after was, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that meditation. Oh my goodness, it was so good. Oh my goodness, we did. Oh my goodness. So I am really, really grateful to each and every one of you to have come along and held space and also got very, very, very excited. We actually did things a little bit differently. Whereas normally I would read testimonials from people that they have sent in, I actually just put people on the spot. Nobody knew, like literally nobody. I just threw it out there and was like, does anybody want to share their experiences? And we had 4 of the most incredible testimonials. One particularly hit my heart in such a huge way, but what's happened off the back of that is overnight I've got so many voicemails from you guys and voice notes and messages just saying, Lucy, I didn't want to share on the call, but this is what's happened to me and my family. And the thing is with Soul School, ladies and gents, it's never about just you that attends. It's about the impact that it has on your family. We're literally changing lives from this. I don't know how I do it. I'm not even going to pretend that I know how to do it. All I know is that anybody that comes to those events have an absolutely catastrophic, life-changing event. Now, we only have limited spaces for Soul School 4, and a big chunk of those went last night. So please do bear in mind, if you are interested in coming along to Soul School 4, please do get your tickets as soon as possible, because we have put a strict number on the venue because we want to make sure that people have got space to lay down, to sit up, to immerse, to integrate, to collaborate. And we threw it out to you guys. We said, look, do you want us to keep the tickets cheap and we'll pack people in? Or would you like us to put the prices up? And people said, no, we want to keep the standard as it is. So that is what we have done. So we've capped the number and we are so super excited. And we have got 4 months, ladies and gents. Now, just on top of that, at the moment, until the 14th of December, there are 3 different payment options. So one, as long as you sign up before the 14th of December, you will be able to pay over 4 months. If you pay after the 14th of December, you can do a 3-monthly payment plan, or you can pay up front with just 1 fee. So there you go. They're the 3 options that you've got. Anyway, enough about that. The last thing I also wanted to talk about before we get right into this new moon energy update is Self-Love Club membership. Self-Love Club membership is my flagship program. It is my extended program whereby you pretty much live with me, and I don't mean literally in the same house as me, but you literally live with me over the course of an extended period of time, and we literally reprogram your whole life. It has been a 12-month program. We are moving it to a 9-month program this year, because I'm going to have some connection time and I'm going to have some time off. I'm going to have 3 months off a year going forwards. I haven't had any time off for 4 years since this program launched initially. So I'm so super excited that I'm going to be able to have 3 months to create other things, do beautiful retreats and just have some beautiful time and go on holiday and just love and have that presenteeism with my friends and family that I haven't been able to have over the last 4 years consistently. So please do head over to the description field of this. You will be able to sign up to the waiting list for that. We will be doing a launch on the 2nd of September 2024. So plenty of time to get yourself sorted. Anyway, ladies and gents, enough about that. It is time for us to talk about this super potent new moon that is happening on the 12th of December. Now, all I need to say to you guys is it's the 12th of December, and you'll be like, oh, so we've got the 12/12 portal, we've got the new moon, so we've got the energetics all around that, we've got the numerology in alignment for that, but also the next day we step into Mercury retrograde, of which we have been in the shadow for about a week and a half, 2 weeks so far. So what is interesting, excuse me, whilst my nose starts, it always happens, doesn't it? So, we are stepping into such a beautiful, even it's intense in a different way to the way that November has been a period of time. It is time to ride these cosmic waves of shift. And what's happening at the moment is that we are being blasted from lots of different areas, but it's almost like we're pressing the pause button. So as much as time is speeding up and things are happening so much more quickly for us right now, and also stepping into the festivity period, people are traveling, people have got Christmas parties, those kind of things. Actually, what we're doing is we're taking a moment to breathe, slow down, and just really lean into this period of busyness without actually being busy ourselves. And I can't say to you enough, ladies and gents, it is time for us to really stop and take a moment to look back, but also live very much in the moment. The only time I really want you to be looking back through this year is to allow yourself to release the past. Release this past year of hurt, betrayal, devious, and deceitful behavior. Ladies and gents, this first half of the year has been one of the most tricky, I remember, for me personally. And I know that all of you guys out there have been experiencing things similar. These times were actually sent to see how on our journey we were, whether we were going to settle, whether we were going to step up, whether we were going to lean into our visions, our values, our beliefs, and, our standards. We had to go through this hurt. We had to realize that people were wolves in sheep's clothing. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've had some people really close to me, the perception of them letting me down this year, but actually they were freeing me. They had been holding me back. They had been stopping me from stepping into being the person that I needed to be. I've also learned how certain people that I truly thought were friends this year are not friends at all. And again, I had to learn that lesson. I always believe that everybody that's close to me is, in my inner circle, they've got my back and I've got their back because I am so loyal. But I had to learn that that isn't always the case. And I'm grateful for that lesson. I've stepped away from people that are playing people off against each other. I've stepped away from people that have used names and called me, not to my face, funnily enough, names. There's no need to call these people out or show people how they've treated you. You don't need to. It's going to become so obvious. People are going to see it for themselves. People can't hide. They can't put their head in the sand anymore. As mentioned in so many videos over recent months, people are actually hanging themselves, ladies and gents. And I don't mean literally. I mean, they are showing people who they are, and people are getting the memos. Some of the messages that I've received, some of the conversations that I've had, and people are telling me what their perception is, and they're bang on, but I just go, oh, I don't know. Because it's not my style. I'm not here to finger point. That would make me as bad as them. I don't need to. I know who I am. I know what I am. I don't need to be anything but that. So December energy has continued to bring some serious spice to the party. That's for sure. I don't know if you've noticed it yourself, but my goodness, for me, it's just like a sprinkling of spice everywhere I go. There are still some very extreme energies that we are required to navigate right now. And ladies and gents, like I said a short time ago, please, please, please breathe through this. Do not judge yourself if you get a little bit, starstruck or overwhelmed or any of those things. But I do want to say this to you. When you are feeling overwhelmed, you are going to attract people that like that feeling of overwhelm. They want to project their anxiety on you. It is down to you to put boundaries in place and say, no, this is not happening. Nobody comes to me in verbal diarrhea as their anxiety or their overwhelm on me, because I just cut it down. You know, even when my clients come to me and I'm doing a one-to-one and they're having moments of it, like very quickly, you know, I put a boundary in place and I get them to see very, very quickly and easily why it is that they're choosing that behavior. Very quickly, they're shifted. There is an energy that is suppressing the voice right now. And a lot of the energy work that I have been doing is about bringing that to the surface. We are going to be speaking our truth. We are going to be raising the truth, raising our voices. We're going to be allowing people to be who they intended to be. Now, this will cause a bit of feistiness. This will cause a little bit of disruption and chaos, because people that have been quiet, people who have been on the back burner, are all of a sudden going to start speaking up. This is about bringing this true voice back to humanity, back to mankind. We are ready to really, really bring it to the surface of who we are meant to be. Lean into it. Allow yourself to feel it. Like I say, there is an energy that has been so suppressed. There's an energy that I've been working very, very close with to release that, and it's happening. That's why a lot of people are getting throat issues right now. You know, I've heard from a lot of people, they're losing their voice. They've got laryngitis, bronchitis, those kind of itis bugs. They are, you know, their lungs are under pressure because they're feeling suppressed, because they haven't been able to speak authentically about who they are. So watch the people who are getting, you know, under the weather right now. Watch the people and just know that those people that are chesty, those people that are having this whole thing go on between their chest and their nose, it is very much about, you know, them not standing in their truth. Remember, you are a sovereign being. This new moon is going to be about regaining your sovereignty. Now, not everybody's truth is your truth, and that's okay. There is a myth that seems to have been imprinted on the planet since March 2020 during lockdown, is that just because this group of people are saying it, it must be true. Just because this group of people are saying it, then anybody else that says anything to the contrary is wrong. No, that's not the truth. There are multiple opinions, there are multiple timelines, there are multiple outcomes. So who are you to say that your truth is everybody else's truth? By all means, stand in your truth. My goodness, I do it. But that doesn't mean that you can't hear the other perspectives from people and trust that, you know what, they're doing the best they can. You do not always have to be right. The people that are constantly saying, oh, you've got to do it this way, you've got to do it that way, and they want to hear their opinion coming out of your mouth, they are the people that I would be avoiding like the plague right now. You're cool, ladies and gents, but trust me, there will be, you know, healing to do off the back of that. I see a new surge in social disruption. Now, I feel as if there's going to be a real surge towards freedom and wanting freedom over the course of the coming couple of weeks and into January, because people are they're regaining their power, they're taking their sovereignty back. So of course what happens with that is, well, we want things to be the way that we need them to be. People are creating their new earth right now. They're creating the way that they want their life to be. And normally, you know, peace comes out of chaos. There normally needs to be a bit of a shake-up, social disruption, before we can actually have that peace. And, you know, there are a huge number of people, myself included, on the planet right now that are manifesting that new earth, manifesting that peace, manifesting that love, manifesting that unconditional love, not only for ourselves, but obviously on the collective as well. A subject very dear to my heart, as I always say, relationships are under the spotlight in this new moon. Now, if you saw my live on Monday, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. that live went completely on a tangent, but my goodness, does my cup feel full for sharing that news with you guys. The relationships are under the spotlight this time because it's really time to do the healing work. Look at where you are controlling. Look at where there may even be a thread of jealousy or a thread of envy. Look at where you are not coming together as a team, shoulder to shoulder. And this is the most beautiful thing about the current experience that I'm living in, is for the first time in my life, there is no competition. You know, like it's always been, well, you earn more money than me, or, you know, like, oh, you've got more. It's just really interesting what's taking place. But for the first time ever, it's shoulder to shoulder. And that is the space that we need to be in for these relationships to really blossom and for these relationships to really bloom. And there is underlying judgments, there is underlying things that have not been spoken about in relationships. And of course, they have to come to the surface under this energy. Look at where you have attachments. Do you have healthy attachments or do you have unhealthy attachments? Like for me personally, I have zero attachment. You know, I have zero attachment to the expectation. I have zero attachment to the outcome. Like I know love and I love love. However, the person that's bringing it to me, like I know the reason things are working so well for me right now is because there is zero attachment. Like we're open and honest and we know that we want each other, but that's as far as it goes. There is no expectation. There is no, you know, like any of that stuff. And this is the way that relationships are going to go going forwards. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. As I mentioned a minute ago, there is a surge of unconditional love hitting the planet. We have released a beautiful divine feminine mother energy that is coming and really integrating within the cells of every human being on the planet right now. And that looks like unconditional love. That looks like really surrendering, trusting, loving, and they're not being the attachments, they're not being the conditions. Because, you know, I know personally, I have lived in a relationship that was loaded with conditions. Well, if you do this, I'll do that. And it never aligned to me. You know, oh, we can only do this on a Wednesday afternoon with the right conditions. Like, what happened to spontaneity? What happened to passion? What happened to, you know, unconditional love? Anybody that is imprinting conditions on me right now, I'm stepping away from, because it's not the energy that I'm choosing for my life going forwards. Now, this new moon is bringing huge, and I mean catastrophic, energies of healing. They are going to be hitting us strong. It is going to be a real, oh my goodness, like this is my nonsense. Oh my goodness, this is where I need to focus. Oh my goodness, I know I'm powerful enough to heal. Oh my goodness. And we're really going to be stepping forwards in such a beautiful way about healing. Now, I am going to be doing a guided meditation over the course of the next week or two. I don't know, because I'm just about to go off on the road again, but I'm going to be doing a guided meditation. I'm going to do, excuse me, I'm intending to do one on Instagram and one on YouTube as a live. Unfortunately, I can't do both of those at the same time, but maybe what I will do is YouTube and Facebook, and then I'll do a separate one on Instagram. But this is about a guided meditation to, you know, free your voice. This is about bringing the voice back, bringing the authenticity back, and actually allowing us to feel free to speak in the way that we know is intended for us. So keep your eyes peeled out for that one. Like I say, I don't know which day that's going to be yet, but I mean, maybe it will even be on the 12th of December. Who knows? Just keep watching for that. There is much more drive to get our healing done under this new moon. We are looking for results. We're not bothered about the talk anymore. We've heard everybody talking for a long time. We want results. We want action. We want no more cheap talk. We want to be walking with people that are literally walking their talk. And this is the energy to do it. It's a real get stuff done mode. And I don't just mean with healing. I mean, we're going to get stuff done. We're going to be creating. We're going to be loving. We're going to be, you know, empowering. We're going to be taking our sovereignty back. Like literally, this is a real get stuff done mode. Our spiritual gifts are coming much more online, whether that be telepathy, whether that be psychic, whether that be intuition. Our gifts are really taking a whole new level. Do be aware of the wolves in sheep's clothing, though, ladies and gents. There are people out there that are saying that they are doing things, and it is to lure people into, you know, what's the way I'm going to put this? Into a spiritual way that isn't necessarily of the utmost good. There has been a massive, massive imprint around spirituality being manipulated. And I actually did a video on false prophets earlier this week. It was supposed to be Monday, but I refilmed it, I think, on Tuesday. And this is really, really bringing it to the surface of the responsibility that we have in the spiritual community. So many people are abusing this right now. They're recognizing all spirituals making good money. So I'm going to start throwing out a few buzzwords. I'm going to start saying that I'm doing certain things. And let me be honest with you, ladies and gents, these people will be brought to their knees. You cannot be meddling with this stuff. Cannot be meddling with this stuff. During this period of time, we're going to be searching for a deeper, more profound connection, a connection to source, a connection to God, a connection to whatever it is that you believe in. Now, there is going to be a little bit of overwhelming confusion that takes place through this new moon, especially with Mercury retrograde. We're going to have insecurities around money that might come up for some people, not for everybody. And obviously, it depends if you are living in a lack around that subject or not. But there is going to be some overwhelming confusion. There is also going to be a little bit of confusion around communications, because this is what Mercury retrograde does. It shakes us up from a communication perspective. So if you find it difficult making decisions, from the 12th, the 13th of December up to the new year, please, please, please slow down. Take your time, breathe before reacting is my best advice to you. Just stop yourself and just walk away or breathe and then come back to it later on. When these moments come up, ask yourself what healing needs to be done. Why am I feeling anxious? Why am I feeling overwhelmed? Why am I feeling confused? And then you can get to the crux of where the issue is coming from. So this new moon is going to bring some new starts, some new beginnings, massive, massive transformational energies. And we're going to really be noticing these in the area of like personal development, self-development, self-love, growth. These areas are going, it's almost like we have grabbed our surfboard and we are literally on that wave of, this is my life. And I am going to be taking my life in the direction that I choose to take it. Not the one that all those people on social media are telling me, not the ones the people on the mainstream media or in the books or in the magazines or anything are telling me. I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to make sure that I exceed in that way, whatever that looks like to me. Now, there is a massive, expansive energy that is running through each and every one of us. Okay, and I need you guys to get this memo. If there is one memo that I would like you to get through the whole of this video, this is it. Whatever you are focusing on will grow. Whatever you are focusing on will grow. If you are focusing on the fear, viruses, sickness, dis-ease, that is what you are going to get more of. If you are somebody that's like, you know what, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be joyful. I'm going to go and love on my partner. I'm going to go for beautiful walks in nature. You know what? You're going to avoid all that nonsense. Like, there are so many people that reach out to me and they tell me stuff, and I'm just like, that doesn't exist in my life anymore. Like, literally, it doesn't exist in my life anymore. People are creating and manifesting their day-to-day. They are creating everything that they are bringing into their future. So be very careful, ladies and gents. Everything that you are focusing on will grow. Make sure that you're focusing on things that you are choosing to grow, not the nonsense, not the noise. And I mean that. There are so many people on this planet that are continuing to hold us back because it's serving them, because maybe they're getting that. Like I said, freedom is on the up. Truth is on the rise, and justice will prevail. Simple as that. We are in a real get stuff done mode. We are in a real justice. We need to bring justice to the surface, and that is the energy that is coming through big time right now. We also have masses and masses of adventures afoot. I know I'm just about to go off on one today, and I know that there are so many adventures coming through the remaining month of December, particularly over this new moon period. There is going to be excitement. There is going to be a new level of playfulness in you within your life, if you choose it. I know for me personally, I literally have found my soulmate who I am able to be playful with, have fun with, giggle with, be stupid with, love with, be vulnerable with, be passionate with, all of those things. And I know that this playful energy is there for each and every one of us. It's just about choosing it. Sometimes we become so uptight, and I've spoken to a few people on their, that are deep in their spiritual journey that have been chasing and perhaps not holding the best spiritual responsibility recently. They're, all of a sudden they're like, you know what, I need to stop being so bloody serious. And this was a massive part of my spiritual journey, my spiritual awakening. I was so serious, I forgot to have fun. And as soon as I allowed fun to come back into my life changed. So please, please, please do dip into that. Allow yourself to get connected to that. There is a flurry of change under this new moon. It's open to you. Like I said, it's transformative energies. You can change anything. You can have new beginnings. You can have painful endings if you choose that. If that's what you're focusing on, that's what you will have. But for me personally, I've let go of everything and I'm moving forward into this new start, new beginning, not this new year, new me BS. I'm already the new me. Why would I wait till the new year? There's going to be a massive surge of service to humanity. All of us want to serve. We are looking, how can we help? How can we, really change things up? How can we help the world step forwards? I just want to loop back to spiritual responsibility. So anybody out there that has a following has a responsibility to be honest and be truthful. Now, I'm calling it spiritual responsibility today because, like I say, I've had a number of calls, I've had a number of messages over the last few weeks, which is why I did the false prophet video. And I want you to ask yourself this question, whether you're on a spiritual journey or not. I want you to ask yourself this question. Are you somebody who is helping or hindering collective consciousness? Are you helping by posting positive, transformational things? Or are you hindering by sharing doom and gloom and fear? Are you boosting the frequency of the planet or are you holding it back? Because that's all that this is about. Are you raising the frequency or are you lowering it? Every single time you share something where somebody goes, oh, that's horrible, you are lowering the frequency. Every time you create drama, you are allowing people to live within that drama. Now, so many people, all they know in their life is drama. They know that gut-crunching feeling. They have to be on the go, have to be like wheeling and dealing. They don't realize that what they're doing is they're living in fear. And if you said it to one of those people, no, I'm not living in fear. I'm just real. No, you're living in fear. You're choosing fear. You're choosing scarcity. You're choosing lack. Frequency is the answer to it all, ladies and gents. Everything must come back to whether we are increasing or decreasing the frequency within ourselves and the collective. Now, there's a massive surge of playful energies, like I say, coming onto the planet. That might look like fairy energy, dragon energy, serpent energy. There is just a massive amount of like elemental energy that is coming through right now. I know certainly with a lot of the work that I've been doing, this playfulness, this connection, this, laughing and joking has been coming through, which is so beautiful. It's such a nice change. It really, really does. This new moon is going to want us to come together tighter than ever. We are going to be creating communities. We are going to be creating unity and unification. We are going to see this even more so over the winter solstice period. We are going to see a surge in people wanting to come together, wanting to celebrate. Now, I've been talking about the water for a very long time, and it has been very, very prevalent in recent weeks, months, years, in the messages that I've been delivering. Watch the water, keep an eye on this, keep an eye on that. Now, the information that has fed in over the last couple of weeks around the water has been absolutely eye-opening. And, I've been speaking with one of my team on this, and we are truly believing that we have got to the point whereby, the answers to it all is within the water. This is how we get consciousness moving. This is how we get the codes, which is why more often than not, I end up in blooming water, even if it's blooming freezing, wherever I go to do the energy work. It's because that's how we get the imprint of the codes out. So this new moon is going to bring flooding, and it's going to take our focus to the ocean. So that might look like rising of the seawater. It could be waves. It could, like, I don't know what that's going to look like, but just keep your eye on the water. The water is going to hold the key to it all. Now, I've actually seen some wild things taking place in the water in recent months that I've shared through my conscious conversation community. I tend not to say those kind of things publicly these days because, you know, some people tend to hold it against you. But I share very, very openly and vulnerably through that session. And I truly believe that the shifts that we've been waiting for with the water are imminent upon us, ladies and gents. So it's time for me to say, buckle up. The crazy train has officially left the building. That's for sure. So, ladies and gents, as always, I'm going to give you a very quick exercise because I need to get my bottom on the road. This new moon, we are going to do a little exercise about choosing to heal and setting intentions for December for 2024. So the way that all of my, in fact, before I go on, I got a little bit impatient there. Please, 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 if you haven't got a pen and paper, go grab that, pause the video and come back to this in just 1 second. Getting a little bit ahead of myself there, wasn't I? So, ladies and gents, as always, the first thing to do is smudge your auric field. When I talk about smudging, you can use Palo Santo, you can use sage, you can use incense, you can use essential oils, like whatever it is that resonates with you, please, please, please just use that and just go around your energetic field and just say, I'm releasing anything that has been holding me back from my healing journey. Likewise, you then walk around your space with the same saging tool or a different saging tool, open the windows, let all the old energies out, and I release all that has stopped my healing in its entirety. Now, get your beautiful sacred space set up. I have moved my space actually, and I tend to lay down on my couch these days with all of my crystals and everything set up around me. So that's what I would be doing. I would be setting up a beautiful sacred space. Have some music in the background, have, you know, some incense burning or a candle or something. I just feel that there needs to be a little bit of light involved. And, you know, your favorite crystal, maybe hold it in your left hand as you do this. And I would like you to go into meditation for 16 minutes. And during this 16-minute period, I would like you to really focus, like scan your body from head to toe and ask if there is anything physically that you would like to heal. Then look at the emotions and the mental blockages that we've had this year, and then look at the spiritual. So we're looking at physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, okay? What do we need to heal in these areas? When you come back from your meditation, grab a piece of paper and a pen and write down everything that has come up for you to heal. And you'll be surprised at some of the things that have come up for you. You really, really will. Once you've got your list of healing, please, 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 you know, keep that somewhere safe and grab another piece of paper and write down as many intentions as you have got for the healing journey and also for what your December 2023 and your 2024 is going to look like. Ladies and gents, I'm going to bid you farewell. I love you to the moon and stars. Please do comment. Let me know if there is anything that you feel I've missed from this video. If there is anything that you're like, oh my goodness, that's happening to me right now. And I will see you guys in the next video imminently. Okay. Lots of love to you guys. You take care and see you on the flip side.